Hello friends, hello, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can see, I'm at my son's apartment and I am going to be doing some cleaning. I did want to show you some before shots. It was a little bit ridiculous. I know we were basically living like frat boys for the week, and this was the end of the week, and so I just wanted to clean everything up for him, help him get his apartment nice and tidied and cleaned before I left, because you really never stop being a mama. Also, I don't know if you hear it in my voice. I'm doing much better today, but I did get sick while I was in Portland. I started getting a sore throat towards the end of the trip, and then flying on the airplane just exasperated it. And so exasperated, I think that's the right word, made it worse, basically. And so my ears wouldn't pop when we landed, and I just have a bad head cold, which is kind of unusual for me. I rarely get sick, but here we are. I am getting over it though, so thankfully. So hopefully I will feel better soon. I did have such a fun time on this trip to Portland. It was so amazing just to be able to see my son, but also to have a vacation, be in a different climate and that sort of thing. It was really nice. And it was a good mix of spending time with my son, but also kind of having time to myself. I met some online friends in person on this trip and got to spend some time with them. And I got to do some editing, and of course here I'm cleaning his apartment, which, by the way, I love cleaning. It's my love language, maybe. It's how I show my family love. So I know he's perfectly capable of cleaning and he does a great job at that. I just wanted to help him out since I was there. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but he actually is currently working the night shift. So he does shift work, meaning he only works 3 to 4 days a week, and he works from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. He is an engineer, but they need an engineer at the location around the clock. And so he's currently doing this night shift, which it actually wasn't supposed to be the shift that he was doing, but the situation changed in their group and he ended up having to take the night shift. So in addition to just him working, it was during the night, but I also had some free time just because he had to sleep during the day. He kind of shifted his schedule while I was there, and I was sure to come at like the most efficient time. So I came on a week when he had a 4-day weekend versus a 3-day weekend, so that we were able to spend good quality time together. But yeah, he kept having to kind of, as the week went on, sleep in later and later so that he was able to stay up all night on, it was Thursday night, the first night he went back, because he actually took a day off while I was there as well, because he had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Those were the days he had off. And then he took Wednesday off because Wednesday was his birthday. So he didn't have to go in until Thursday. But either way, my point is he had to sleep in. So I had plenty of time just kind of on my own to do whatever I wanted to do. I definitely did some working out, going on walks, like I said, meeting up with some online friends. So it worked out really well. I mentioned I love cleaning. I really do, but you know what I especially love is cleaning kind of a new space to me, because I'll be honest, I get really tired of cleaning my own house. Like, it just gets boring after a while. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but I definitely feel that. So it was kind of nice to just clean a different space, and it made it like super enjoyable. I know that maybe that's weird. Let me know if I'm alone in this, or do you feel this way too? Okay, I got to chit-chatting, and I meant to mention earlier on, I don't know if you noticed, but this week I did not post on Sunday, and I was debating on just not posting at all on Sunday and keeping my, no Tuesday posting until May. However, I did have this video filmed, so I decided I would go ahead and post it on Tuesday, but I didn't want to post on Sunday primarily because it was Easter. But honestly, with me getting sick, I did have this video edited, but I needed to do the voiceover and the music, and my voice sounded much worse a couple of days ago, so I just didn't think I would be able to get it done and uploaded and ready for Sunday. So that kind of just answered that question for me, and I decided I was gonna hold this one until Tuesday. So that is why you're getting a Tuesday video, even though it is still April. And actually, next week, I believe, is the last Tuesday of the month. And that is the day that I post my Declutter With Me video. And I had already decided that I was going to go ahead and post that video. That was the only Tuesday video I had scheduled. So I will be posting next Tuesday as well, just sharing with you everything that I decluttered in the month of April. I actually don't have a lot of stuff, so it won't be a very long video anyway, but just FYI, just to let you know what my upcoming YouTube schedule is looking like. Also, speaking of my schedule, on Thursday, I did film some clips from while I was in Portland, and my hope is that I have enough clips to create a video for this Thursday for my Thoughtful Thursday video. So that is the plan for now, that I will be posting kind of a, I guess, vacation vlog, if you will. Like I said, if I have enough footage, I think I have enough footage to scrounge up to create something like that. But honestly, while I was there, I was just really enjoying my time. And when I got home, I realized I didn't have like a lot of video, and at least on my phone, a lot of video and pictures. I haven't really assessed what I had on my camera, but I guess that's a good thing because I was just living in the moment and enjoying my time with my son. In this shot, you can see that I did decorate a little bit for his birthday. I just wanted to do something special for him. That's why I was in Portland to celebrate his birthday. And so I just got some balloons and streamers at the local grocery store to put those up. They didn't stay up long because his cat seemed to be a little bit afraid of this whole setup. We weren't sure if it was the streamers or the balloons, but I ended up taking them down on this day when I was cleaning because she seemed to not really like them. I just took the streamers down, not the balloons. And I also wanted to get him some cupcakes, and I found this local cupcake shop that actually wasn't very far from his apartment, and I went in and bought him a couple of cupcakes, and I asked the lady there if they had any gluten-free options, because I thought, well, if they have a gluten-free cupcake, then I'll get one too for myself. But she said they didn't. However, she said 2 doors down from us is a vegan and gluten-free exclusive bakery, and so she directed me down there, and I went down there, and I felt kind of silly. I was carrying this other cupcake box. And so I explained to the guy who was helping me that I had bought these cupcakes for my son's birthday, but I'm gluten-free and I needed a gluten-free cupcake, and she directed me down there. So anyway, all this to say, I learned about 2 really adorable cupcake shops in Portland, one of them being a exclusively vegan and gluten-free, which was nice. I will probably share about that in the other video on Thursday, because I know I did take some video of the cupcakes and let you know like where it was if you're in the Portland area and want to check it out. Oh my goodness, y'all. Cleaning this bathroom was a little bit challenging because like he doesn't have the same cleaners that I use. He doesn't have microfiber cloths, and it almost made me want to buy microfiber cloths for him because I'm just so used to using that to clean tiles in the bathroom. So this was actually kind of hard to get clean with this, just with this sponge and the cleaner that he had on hand. I didn't film this, but I actually went over this twice like this because there was still like that residue, the residue from the cleaner. But I didn't want it to get too boring or repetitive, so I didn't film me making a second pass, but I did make a second pass over these tiles. On this evening when I was cleaning, this was actually a night that my son had to work. So this was like the night before I was leaving. So it worked out really well because he was gone. So I just had free reign to just go ahead and clean, which was really nice. We are getting towards the end of this video, and the last scene I know is me using this little handheld vacuum to clean up the kitty litter around his cat's litter box. And that was the primary reason. I actually bought the little handheld vacuum that I have that I was gifted by Xcool, which, you know, this video isn't sponsored by them or anything, but I just absolutely love it. And so I wanted to buy one for my son, and I thought it would work really well, especially for that purpose, to like clean up the cat litter. But this was actually getting to be pretty late at night by the time I got to the bathroom. And so I didn't do any sort of outro or anything. So the video just kind of ends after I am cleaning up this cat litter with this little miniature handheld vacuum. And then his cat is so cute. She comes in and she's like looking at me like, "What are you doing? This is my litter box. Quit horsing around with it." So I was glad that she made an appearance in a video, because this might be the only video that she makes an appearance in. I think when I was filming for my vacation, we were mostly out doing things. But anyway, here I am vacuuming up this kitty litter, and you will see her in just a minute. But I did want to thank you for watching today. I do hope it provided you some motivation to get some space around your house clean today. And as always, I do really appreciate you watching my videos all the way until the end, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm cleaning up your space. See? I'm making it nice and clean. Want to see? Come on. Want to see? Yeah. Making it clean. Making it clean for you.